Welcome to Nerd County Project, and today we are in Flippin Arkansas, and we're going to do a little driving tour. We're going to drive through town, take a look at some neighborhoods and some businesses, and just get a general look at the town. When I first visited Flippin, it was a trip with my parents as a teenager, and the town was pretty nice then, and without being too critical, it seems like it's seen better days maybe, but it's okay. I mean, it's a town. The population is about 1,300, and it's located in northern Arkansas in Marion County. There's a Dollar General on the right there. Looks like the U-Haul business there on the right. We're now coming into town on US 412, the original 412, or also called Main Street at some point here. You know, there's a fuel station, Sonic, on the left. We're going to head right into the downtown area here. See, this is a small town, so it's not huge. I mean, I think we're already in the city limits here. This is the main drag of town, if you want to call it that. There's residential on both sides here, and we're just about to get into the downtown business area where the city hall is and some other businesses. Yeah, we just crossed a creek there. That creek runs through town and used to have a bunch of swinging bridges for people to walk back and forth through town. Yeah, so here it's just gonna go on by pretty quick because there's not much down here, but it is kind of neat. These old buildings. There's City Hall on the right there, and we got a vacant lot and gas station. There's some markets here in this little strip on the left, and a lot of these buildings are empty now. So if you were going to start a business, say, and want a little town that's got plenty of room to fit in, it might be the place for you if you're wanting to buy an inexpensive building and start a business on a downtown street. So on the right here, we're teeing up with I think it's, what is it, highway, what does that say? Oh, that says 178, I think. But anyway, turn right here, and there's a train station, pharmacy station on the left there. Vexus Boats is on the left. It's a manufacturing of fishing boats. And down here we have, just around the corner here, we have a Ranger boat plant. This is the main plant, and maybe the only one, I don't know. But these boat factories are the main employers here in Flippin and in Marion County altogether. That's a bank right there. The school we passed. Yeah, right up here on the right is the Ranger Boat Company. So the original town was about a mile out here behind this boat plant area. Well, obviously before the boat plant, but it was back out here in the open, a mile away from where it is now, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But we're going to go down here to the factories right here on the right. See, all these buildings this is all the boat plant, Ranger. And you'll see all the boats. I'll point right here. All the boats lined up right there. They got covers on them. But there's a lot of trailers too. Boat trailers right there. So this factory, I don't know if this part's still open, but I'm gonna pull around here, pull in right here, and turn around. This area was called the Flippin Barons, after I guess the guy's last name was Flippin, that settled here first, over behind this area next to the airport. And there was not many trees, so they call it the Flippin Barons, the original town. So down here, as we go back past the Ranger plant, there's the sign. On the left down here is the road for, there's the airport sign right there. So you'll turn left and go back to the airport. And that was out that way is where the original town was, right here on this street on the left. So now we're going to head back to right up here on the right. We will see when we get back to town here, we'll see the pharmacy at Flippin Station, which is the original train station. So when they had the town out a mile out there, the railroad came and built the tracks over here a mile away out through the fields, and built a train station. And so the people in the town moved their businesses. There's a school on the left. And they moved their businesses out here next to the train tracks and made a new main street, and the whole town just moved. And this is like the new Flippin. So here's the train coming up, train track coming up. But right there on the right is the pharmacy, the old train station. There's a pharmacy there now. And here's the tracks. So all of this was basically the town relocated and created a new Flippin. Now we're back on track, and we're going to head this way towards the what would be the old well, it's 412, Highway 412 now, and I guess it was for a while. It just went through town, but they bypassed it out there, so now you don't have to come down this and turn right back there. So up here is on the right, there will be a Walmart, and it's on Walmart Drive, and on the left is the Dollar Tree, and there's a bank. Well, there's a, yeah, and South Bank, O'Reilly's, a few businesses out this way. This is, now we're starting to head out towards 412 again to leave town. We'll just go up here and do a U-turn. See, here's some houses. We'll just go up here and take a U-turn and go back into town. See if I can do this without getting squashed. And success. Now we're going to head back in, and then we'll have there's a park right up here on the right. We saw the sign for it a minute ago, and it's called Hickey Park. Very interesting name for a park. We will turn in there. It's a sports complex. It's right up here past the bank. I think it's right next to the O'Reilly's or the bank there. Right here by the Dollar Tree, which Missy and I will stop in and visit. We'll do that off camera, so you don't have to suffer through that. Here's Hickey Park, the famed Hickey Park. Nice entryway, and like I said, it's a sports complex, so there's ball fields, like soccer. A lot of activity going on here today. We're just going to go down here and turn around and come back out. There's a playground, a pavilion, and stuff like that. A kids' playground for them, and like some picnic areas. And we'll just turn around here, head on back out. Nice day for a drive. Nice day for a driving tour. The sun is a little low on the horizon. I'm sorry about the window being all smudged up, if you even noticed. But, you know, the sun's going to be in our eyes a little bit on this video. I'll try to cut most of that out. Yeah, now we're headed over to... We're going to take some neighborhoods here, and we're just across this creek. There's a Park Street. We're going to take Park Street up here. Totally missed that historic marker back there. Okay, this is Park Street. a little rough. I don't see a park anywhere on this whole strip, but we are adjacent to the sports park. Maybe that's what it's referring to, or maybe there used to be a park down here. I'm not real sure. Maybe it's named after a person. I don't know. It's just regular houses, just everyday Americans, everyday Arkansans doing their thing. I wouldn't call it a high income town, really. We're not far from Mountain Home here. Now here's one of those creeks, low water bridge. They have gates on either side of this. If you look there, you'll see a yellow metal gate right up here. They'll close this off when the water gets high, which is probably every year. So there's a gate on the right, and they'll close these off. And we cross several of these in town here. If you go back and forth, you will cross these. There was a trailer park back there, so maybe that was what the park street was named after. I don't know. Definitely a lot of trees in this town. Like many of the towns in Arkansas. We'll go up here and take a left and go back around towards the main street. I lied. We're gonna go right. These are just regular neighborhoods. They're, decent houses. We don't see a lot of rundown things in the town yet. I mean, there's probably areas like that, but we just took random streets here. On the left is a huge tract of land, basically right in town. The neighborhoods surround this tract on the left. It's just looks like it's undeveloped. Trees out there. Now we're getting to some houses on the left, but there on the map there's a huge area there that's just undeveloped, and probably one landowner has it, just never has built anything. Maybe I don't know. We're just basically gonna drive around that. We're gonna take each of the four corners and go around it, or three of the sides anyway. So we're still in Flippin, and this is the neighborhood. It's kind of at the edge, but now let's take this street to the left here. Same look. Very quiet. We haven't seen many cars at all. I haven't passed anybody, have I? I don't think. Most of the ones are most of the traffic's up on the main drag, which we can see in the distance there. It's probably see cars crossing. We're headed towards Main Street now, towards the 412B. So we came in from on that street right there, where those cars are going across. Yeah, we came in from the right and we went left going into town, so we're going to do that again here. And we'll just go up here and we'll take some more neighborhoods on the other side of this main street. All right, let's go on over to the other side. We'll turn in. This is where the sun gets in our eyes, so we'll just take one of these streets right here on the right, and we'll get down in some of these neighborhoods. Nice house there. I love those rock houses. Both of us do. Me and Missy both like these rock houses around here. All through northern Arkansas. In the Ozarks, there's tons of those. Yeah, so we're just going to take a left here and go down this little street. Now the roads, this street's pretty rough. Potholes or repairs and stuff like that. It's just rough. Here we have another gate right here on the right and left. You see that this would be closed when the bridge is flooded right here. Yeah, this creek just runs through town. Does this. I mean, a lot of crossings. Very rough. Well, yeah, let's get back out on the main street. We'll catch you on the main street here. All right, time warp. We're back on the main street, and we're gonna go on back through here and get out of the sunbeams. But yeah, there's a lot of potential here. If you want to buy a building, I'm sure you could probably find one pretty cheap, and there's plenty of traffic through the main part of town here. I mean, this is the off tourist season. I think the tourist season is about over here. School's back in right at the moment of this video. This is during the day. We did pass a lot of cars on the main roads here, not in the neighborhoods, but on the main drag. And there's a lot of traffic through here. In the old days, it was all open. And there was lots of row cropping, and that's a surprise to me. And there were 2 cotton gins in the town, general stores, and a tomato canning plant way back in the day. But since then, over time, those faded, and now we have boat manufacturing as the main source of income here, and probably tourism from, obviously, the fishing industry is huge here. Well, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the driving tour of Flippin Arkansas. And if you like this kind of content, please share, like, comment, join, subscribe, and all that stuff. Thank you for watching here at Nerd County Project.